Hi, everyone. This is an interview with Nandita Khandawal. She wrote an excellent book called Climate Change Health Connections. So after reading your book, I thought this is well written. It's easy to read. In fact, it could be used as textbook. What got you to write this book?
I think because of COVID-19, everyone is very much aware of their health and they are actually, taking steps to become better version of themselves. They are really focusing on their health. But what they are not focusing on is they're not focusing on the environment and the climate change, which is again indirectly impacting their health. So I wanted to spread an awareness that how this climate change is impacting their health, and if we will not take care of these two things now, how it can impact us in future.
Well, so you are a master geologist, and
Yes.
is it the University of Rajasthan?
Yeah.
And you're a nutritionist,
Yes.
and that's through ISSA,
Yes.
because that's quite the combination, an important one. How you mention about what we eat is directly affected by what's happening in the climate. Can you just briefly give an example of that?
Yes, definitely. Just because I have, certificate in nutrition as well as this health, climate change, basically geology, where I've studied climatology and have understood that how climate change, and I have understood the history of Earth and how climate change. Well, climate change is not something new for Earth, right? But it is new for human beings, and how we are getting affected by it. This is important, and yes, that is the reason I have related these two things so that people may read it for the sake of their health, or maybe just for the sake of their environment. Yeah.
And you talk about how the Earth's temperature is directly affected by human industry.
Yes. Yes. So the thing is that when I was studying geology, it was a subject, like there was a subject that is climatology, in which we study the Earth's history, and how Earth has experienced different climate changes. So it is climate change is no is not new for Earth, okay, but climate change is new for human beings, and yes, that is the reason I'm relating it. The reason I'm relating it with health, because indirectly it is definitely indirectly and directly it is affecting our health, and we just do not pay attention to the root cause of our sufferings. We are paying attention to all the diseases and everything, but we are not understanding the root causes behind it. So yes, that is the reason I tried to connect these two things so that people can understand that how important it is to have a healthy environment, at the same time how we can have a healthy lifestyle, and we leave a kind of environment for our future generation to live on this planet. Basically, uh, we are going to die, and our future generation are the ones who will suffer because of this climate change. So we need to do
So, just to add to that, when they talk about climate change, because they'll look at soil samples, right, is that they'll talk about ice ages. But the ice ages would happen over thousands of years, where what we're talking about, if I have this right, is happening more or less immediately. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. You also, what I really like is the book is positive. So you could say climate change is negative, but you try to look at it from a positive light. And you talk about how we as individuals, how our governments, and how we can work with the government and special interest groups can get involved to make a big difference in holding back the increase in temperature. So I guess you would say holding back climate change. Did you want to say anything about that?
Yes, definitely. I believe that it is not only our government who is responsible for this, it is us, all of us, including you and me. And, we have to bring some changes in our day to day lifestyle, in our day to day lives, so that we can bring a positive, we can, bring a positive change. Um, and it can be in each and every thing, like using technology, using vehicles, using transport, what kind of transport we are using, what kind of food we are eating, what kind of clothes we are buying, how many times we are just buying and buying. So all these things matter a lot. What kind of products we are using, how much plastic material we are buying. So it's all about us, that how much we are consuming. And if we will just control on our consumptions, like negative consumptions, then we can control and we can bring a positive change. So, for example, instead of eating red meat, we can switch to lean meat, or vegan diet, or something. Because see, the thing is, the amount, the food we are eating, we are also producing some carbon. And these things are very, very interrelated. And again, red meat is not a healthier option. Like when research scientists have found that a person who is eating a lot of red meat is going to have greater chances of getting a heart disease, or any other serious medical
Right.
problems. So what I want from people is that just bring some little changes, some tiny changes in their lives, so that we can actually uh, focus on a healthy environment as well as healthy lives.
So it's everybody's got to be involved in this, not just
Of course, it's not
point your
just
finger at somebody.
yes.
You, what I really like too is you put little, not little, but you put questions, a few. So when I say little, I mean a few questions at the end of each chapter to get us thinking, and involved. And where did you come up with that idea?
That was not an idea. When I was writing my book, it just came to me naturally. So, because I was like, I am just talking about my country and I'm just talking what I know, but I don't know that how things are there, because I have not traveled the entire world yet.
Right.
So I don't know what challenges they are facing, what is their current situation. So it was always coming in my mind that I'm just talking about what I know, where I live, and what I've seen in the news, or maybe research papers, or yeah, in general. So whatever I've seen, whatever I've experienced, whatever I've read in research papers, I've written this book on the basis of those things. But I'm not sure that how each and every one is dealing with this climate change, and how they're, what are their challenges. So it just came to me naturally that I want to know that what is their situation, what are the things, like it is going to be different for everyone, right? So yeah, that's the only thing.
Well, to reiterate, I'm just going to do a bit of a summary and you jump in if you want. But what I got out of the book was I liked that it wasn't it's scientifical. You prove everything you say. You make it very clear, but it's not hard to read. You made it so that pretty much anyone can read it. You don't have to have a PhD in geology or climate change
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
I really like that you explain, okay, climate change is happening, and this is
Yes.
what it's doing. It
Yes.
can affect our food, water, etc. I really
Yes.
like that you pointed out that we're all involved
Yes.
everywhere in the world, and that
Yeah.
it's not just the government. And
Of
in
course.
a sense, we all are the government. So we
Yes.
all need to do our little bit, or we all can do our bit. And then you ended it with questions that, like I said at the end of the chapter, which for me would be great to use in schools,
Yes.
not just the general reader like me, but a teacher could actually use this in their classroom. It's not overwhelming.
Yes.
It's straight to the point, gives examples. And I thought that was fantastic. It's everything I wanted to know, because I was going, what do you mean by climate change? And you defined it. And I think a lot of people are confused on that, and you simplified it, you've explained it. So I'm just going to say, well done and thank you. Is there
Thank you so
anything else you wanted to add?
Thank you so much. Yeah. It's just that, yes, you know, climate change is accelerating day by day. And yes, I made it easier for people to read it so that anyone can read it and understand that why is it important for us, for Earth, for future generation. And I'm glad that you have read this book, and you are coming up with all the experiences after reading my book. And so you have found it really useful, and I'm
Yes,
glad.
stay with me.
Yes. About the fact that, yes, we as a countries like in India, in everywhere in the world, every politician and everyone is trying to their part, whatever they can do. Now it's actually our turn to come up and do something for us, for this earth, for future generations.
Wow. Well, thank you, Nandita. And
Thank you.
I will be talking to you again. So we're going to put all the information at the end of the video, how you can contact Nandita and how you can get climate change health connections. Thank you, everyone, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.